The objective today is to find the area of quadrilaterals and triangles. A quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. We are going to study these three. A trapezoid, that is a quadrilateral with exactly one pair of parallel sides. A parallelogram, that is a quadrilateral with both pairs of opposite sides parallel. And a rhombus, that is a parallelogram with four sides of equal length. We are going to be using these formulas to get the area of these figures. We are also going to study the area of triangles. And for triangles, we are going to be using this formula. So let's do some examples. Find the area of the following figure. Well, observing this figure, we can see that this is a trapezoid. So we are going to be using the formula base 1 plus base 2 times the height, and then we divide by 2. So in a trapezoid, to find the height, we just observe how tall is this figure. So we can see that 4 feet is the height of this trapezoid. Remember that the height is always perpendicular to the base. So 4 feet is this segment is perpendicular to this base of 9 feet right here. So I am going to substitute each value in the formula so then I can solve. So 4 will be the height. Then I need to identify the bases. Base 1 and base 2 are the parallel sides of this figure. So I can observe that 6 feet and 9 feet are the segments that are parallel in this figure. So that will be my base 1 and my base 2. No matter how you accommodate these two numbers, because we're doing order of operations, we will get the same answer. So you can write 9 plus 6 or 6 plus 9. It will work either way. And then don't forget that we need to divide by 2. Now that I substitute my values, I am going to find the area. How are we going to solve for this expression? We are going to be using order of operations. If you want a refresher about order of operations, I have a video here in the description if you want to go and practice order of operations. So first, you need to do the parentheses. So I am going to do the addition of 6 plus 9, that will be 15. Then I am going to multiply 4 times 15. 4 times 15 is 60. And then you need to divide by 2. So the answer is 30 feet squared. For area, we always use square units. So in this case, our units are feet, so the area will be feet squared. What about this shape? This shape is a rhombus. They are giving us the measure of the diagonals. So we are going to use this formula. Area equals diagonal 1 times diagonal 2 divided by 2. So in rhombus, diagonals bisect each other. That means that they cut themselves in half. So this little piece is 7 centimeters. This one is also 7 centimeters. So diagonal 1, that is segment DB, will be 7 plus 7, that is 14. And I am going to multiply it times the other diagonal. So we can see that this little piece here is 8. The other one is also 8. Remember, diagonals bisect each other. So this diagonal, the second diagonal, is going to be 16 centimeters. So I'm just substituting my values in the formula. 14 times 16, and at the end, don't forget to divide by 2. So I am going to evaluate this expression, 14 times 16. If you don't know how much is that, you can set up your multiplications here by the side, and you can multiply 16 times 14. 4 times 6 is 24. 4 times 1 is 4. Plus 2, that will be 6. I'm done with the 4 digits, so now I'm going to continue with that 1, but don't forget to skip your place value, or sometimes we like to add a 0. And then 1 times 6 is 6, and then 1 times 1 is 1, and then I add this up. 4, 6 plus 6 is 12, 1 plus 1 is 2. So I have that 14 times 16 is 224, but don't forget to divide by 2. So you can do a quick long division here and just find that 224 is the same as 112. Don't forget your units. If we're talking about area, this will be centimeters squared. This figure is a parallelogram, and we want to find the area of this figure. So we are going to be using the formula base times height. So in a parallelogram, the height is somewhere in the middle, or sometimes they draw it outside the figure. Sometimes the figure is so inclined that you will find the height outside the figure. In this case, we can see that is drawn here in the middle. That is 11. How do we identify that 11 is the height? Remember that the height is always perpendicular to one of the bases. So that little square represents 90-degree angle, so 11 will be our height. And because 11 is perpendicular to this base, we are going to be using 9 as our base. So I am going to substitute this value, so base will be 9, height will be 11. And then we just solve. 9 times 11, that will be 99. Don't forget your units, in this case, yards square. What about this figure? This figure is a triangle. So we are going to be using the formula of triangle, that is base times height divided by 2. So in this case, we can see that 3 inches is perpendicular to this side of 4 inches. So we are going to be using 3 as height and 4 inches as your base. Remember that base and height are always perpendicular. So I am going to substitute in my formula. Base will be 4, height will be 3, and don't forget to divide by 2. So 4 times 3, that will be 12, divided by 2, that will be 6 inches squared. Okay, so now is your turn. You have different figures here. Identify what kind of figure is it so you can choose your formula, substitute values given, and then find the area. You can pause now, open your notebook, try these 4 problems, and then when you're done, click play, and the solutions will be at the end of this video. Good luck! Don't forget to like this video, share, and subscribe. Follow me on my social media, Instagram and Twitter @NumeritosTV, and also suggest the next topic for the week. Bye-bye.